I was in Jordan when my sister got married, let's call it 18, 17 years ago. And there was this beautiful masjid right in the heart of Amman. And I'm there, and there was this little bodega looking thing next door. It was like had milk and cheeses and things. And it was busy. I mean, lines out the door. So in my mind, I'm like, is this like the best milk in the whole country? Like, what's the deal, you know? I'm like, no. That one supports the masjid. And I'm like, interesting. Walked in. It was good, you know? It wasn't the best cheese in the world, but it was good. It was reasonably priced. And I realized something. And this actually embedded the waqf into my head even more. So this brother, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on his soul, built the masjid, built this little store next door, left it. I mean, multimillionaire was like, listen, basically a waqf. Whatever that store makes, 100% of the profit continues to fund this masjid forever. Now, this brother could have been, it might be 200-300 years. Imagine every hasana building this mountain upon, like, think about the Rockies. This isn't one peak. This is mountains upon mountain. I mean, just nonstop. That niyyah was pure and that's built. Imagine coming into Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of resurrection. And you're thinking you got one mountain. You look behind you and there's an entire row. And this just kept growing and growing and growing. That, to me, gives me goosebumps because I'm like, wow. So waqf property is an ongoing charity that continues to grow, stays within the masjid. The property, the funding that comes from it, goes back to help the day-to-day expenses of the masjid, helps us become more self-efficient, helps us to continue to grow in this community, to service the community and the members, the brothers and sisters that come here. The goal was to get $100,000. So far, we're at $20,000. We're short a deficit right now of $80,000. So we're making another video to reach out to everybody to give you guys an update and ask you for some assistance to close that gap. It's interesting because you might have somebody with 50 million bucks in the bank and they throw down 500 bucks. And not judging, I'm just saying the percentage. Let's just talk numbers. I'm a numbers guy. This percentage of what they gave did no damage to that person's pocket. And some people, right, they want you to see that they put that down. Then there's some people that their left hand doesn't know what their right hand does, and he threw down $5. You might not realize that was literally his last $5, and he doesn't eat for 2 days. But in his heart, he's like, alhamdulillah, I did my part. We don't know what kind of hasanat you get from that. So think about it, same idea as a waqf, right? Where somebody's like, I'm going to literally squirrel away $1 a day. That might be extremely difficult. I'm not knocking that. That $100 at the end of the year might literally cost their family a bunch, but they're making the sacrifice now in this world for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the hereafter. You never know. So when I see in a box, change, dollars, whatever, I make sure every penny is accounted for because that penny could have been something huge to somebody. You don't know if they didn't eat because they gave that. They're watching somebody not eat and they're like, I want to go ahead and take food out of my pantry to make sure that person eats. Maybe they don't eat that day. They're like, we'll eat tomorrow. You meet those people. It's a beautiful thing. And subhanAllah, that kind of thing is just, you never know what that next donation, the weight that is. But they understand that concept. Jannah isn't cheap. Hasanat, way more than those couple dollars in your pocket.
Yeah.